Wow, 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 wow. Phony scandals. You know, our president made a speech the other day, a very long and outrageous speech, talking about, of course, Congress and the other group of people. And I sat there and I listened and I thought, what is wrong with you? Have you totally lost your mind, Mr. President? Are you going over the edge and falling into the abyss before you even get there? Phony scandals. Let me ask you people, was it a phony scandal when over in Libya our ambassador died a most hideous death, and our soldiers died in an out and out running and gun battle? Was it a phony scandal that those men died over there? Died. They're buried. They're in graves here in the United States now. And that scandal has never been resolved. It's still out there lurking around to bite you in the runt, Mr. President, because you gave the order of stand down. Why? Why? Our ambassadors are not that important? Did he tick you off that bad that you wanted to see him dead? Just asking. Since we're on your phony scandals. The IRS and what they pulled off. And it's pretty well tracked all the way to the White House. Another phony scandal? Scandalous. Scandalous you are. And now, this man that's in Russia that you want so bad because he let the public know that you are taking all of our information, you know, the phone conversations, our email, anything that you want to listen to or have listened to and put in data banks stored up so that you can call back if you decide to come after any of us. Let me tell you, you're a phony president in a phony, scandalous way. You are so ignorant that you've been caught up with and you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. You may say, you really don't like the president. No, I don't. I don't like him. I'm a Democrat, and I didn't like him on his first term, didn't vote for him, and didn't vote for him on this other term. No, I don't like him. I don't like his principle or his ideals that he stands for. I listened to his speeches very carefully, and I didn't like him before he ran the first time because of everything that he said. He's a socialist Muslim on top of it. But now you get up there and do a rant about phony scandals. None of these scandals are phony. You are a phony president. You are. You're not good for our country, never have been good for our country, and you will go down in history as one of the worst presidents ever in America besides poor Jimmy Carter. You wanted to come in with all your arrogant ideals and just take over this country and change everything. And you've been pretty well doing a good job at it. Because America is too afraid, because of the terrorists, to do much about stopping you. We need a life. We need to get a life and understand that this president is slowly downgrading and destroying America. Period. And all the scandals that he is involved in and brought the honorable office of presidents into is scandalous. But even above the IRS and all their snooping and the crap that they pulled, all the stuff of taking our information and storing it in databanks, the one thing that burns me the most is knowing that you are responsible for what happened over in Libya when our men died. I put that fully on your shoulders. You are responsible. Help could have been sent, but no, you had to go to Vegas and party down and campaign. You know, you're really good at campaigning, but you make a lousy, sucky president. You know, I got one of those things on my email from Michelle. Supposedly from Michelle. They're not from her, nor all that other stuff that I supposedly got from Obama, you know. It's an organization that just does that and uses their name. They got permission. Wanting people to help. You know what? I wouldn't give you a red dime. I wouldn't even walk across the street if the president was standing on the other side to shake his hand. That's how I feel about him. If he'd want to shake my hand, he'd have to walk across the street to shake my hand, not me walk across the street to shake his hand. And then I don't know if I would even accept it, because I don't think he's an honorable president. I think he's a liar and a destroyer of our Constitution and of America. This is just my little rant. Not going to make it long. But this president isn't good for us. And him going on his rant and yakety yak yak yak, oh, on and on and on and on. One of the longest speeches I think there is in history. Maybe there's longer ones. I don't know. I haven't done research, but on and on and on and on, and blaming everything upon the Congress and, you know, and all of them. It was scandalous when you had Obamacare passed, and it's not scandalous to want to have it revoked and thrown out. It's for the best of the United States, whether people want to accept, some of you people want to accept it or not. Would you behave, little boy? And if that health care bill is enacted, it's going to destroy America. Financially, it will. You know, you may be tired of us that stand for the right and good of the people, but we're tired of you too. We're tired of your nonsense and your executive orders and all of the bull that you pull. We're tired of it. And thank God for Congress trying to stand up against you. Because, see, that's the way the system is supposed to work, check and balances. And you get mad because they don't fall in league with you and trot along like little blind dogs with their tails tucked behind them, following you. No, there are many in Congress that stands up and say, no, no, this isn't bad for America. And you know what? They should investigate the Libya thing even more, because I blame you, Mr. President, for those men's death. I think you're close to the grounds of treason. You know, you may call, I can't think of his name, that man that's hiding out in Russia in the airport. You're no better than he is. You are no better than he is. And if we get him and try him for treason, we need to try you too, Mr. President, for treason. And that's my theory, my ideal. And I pray for you all the time. I pray for you and your family. But I'm telling you, there's something bad coming your way for what you're doing. And judgment is going to be upon you in a very unmerciful way. And it's not going to be a human being do it to you. No, it's not. What's going to happen is going to be from the hand of God Himself. It will be so shocking that you will fall on your knees and cry like a baby and beg for forgiveness. I had a dream. I had a dream. I wasn't going to tell it, but I really feel strongly led to tell it. I had a dream that Washington, D.C. and all of the East Coast was on fire. Something happened. Something came in. Something attacked. Wasn't for sure. It happened so quick in my dream. All I seen was a big flash and everything fell. And then I seen you down on your knees crying and pounding the ground with the bodies of your dead wife and your dead children laying around you. And you were screaming, help me, forgive me. And you were pounding. And I think it was where there's this great big seal on the floor. I don't know. I've never been to Washington, D.C. I've never been to any of your buildings out there on the East Coast. In fact, I've never been that far on the East Coast. So I don't know, but there was this great big like seal on the floor, and you were right in the middle of this seal. And out one way, I seen a body of one of your girls. I think it was your oldest one, and the other one was laying over here. I think it was the younger one, because it seemed like she was littler than this one, and then your wife back over here laying, and debris everywhere. And there were other bodies, but those three main bodies I seen. And I seen you crying, and you were screaming, and you were pounding with your fist. You were pounding on that seal, just pounding. Judgment is coming to you, Mr. President, in the world's worst way. I don't know when, but I believe the dream I had was prophetic, was from God, and I believe God was saying, I'm going to take this man down myself. So you may scream until you're blue in the face about your phony scandals, which they're not phony, but the judgment that's about to hit you is not going to be phony. It's going to be heart-wrenching and heartbreaking. And I still pray for you, because you do hold that office of my president, even though you don't deserve it, and you are not treating it with the care that it was supposed to be treated with. But God revealed to me there are hidden agendas that you're doing under the sheets that America don't even know that you are doing secretly. See, you're a very secretly man, doing undercurrent things that if America knew about, they would be totally appalled and may even force you out of office. Just saying. But I will continuously pray for you and pray for your wife and children. But you need to come off your high horse. You need to come back down to earth. And you need to start cleaning some of these messes that you call phony scandals, which they are not. You need to clean them up. You need to clean up your life. And you need to stop your agenda that you're on right now. Because you're going to pay for the consequences in the world's worst way. And many other people will pay right along with you. Phony scandals. How ridiculous, how stupid to get up there and insult the families of those dead men over there that died in the line of duty that you put them in and gave no protection. Of all the people that the IRS humiliated and hurt and harmed with your okay, and whatever agenda you have to use all of our information that's being stored in banks, God already knows. He already knows. And when you fall, Mr. President, He's going to let you see your destruction around you. Just like He did the king when Babylon come in and took over Israel. The last thing he got to see was his family being destroyed before he was blinded and led off to Babylon. You will see your family destroyed. If that dream is true, which I believe it is, you will see them destroyed because of your arrogance and your pride and your rebellion. Well, that's my rant, people, for today. We need to wake up and start praying mightily for this country, because it's going down. And it is going to begin at the East Coast. Something bad is coming. A storm of such great magnitude that we have never seen before is coming. Prepare your hearts now. Prepare to stand in times of great trouble. Peace be with you. Peace go before you. Peace be upon you, my brothers and sisters in Christ. Be blessed.